What's good, world family? It's your boy, Unico Williams. We back with another episode of What's New 99. You know, we just chilling today. That's all. We just chilling on the show. We're not doing chilling. I'm with my boy Zelmay. Zelmay in the house late. Alpha, how you doing, my mans?
You know, what's Zam Alphas? It's your boy Alpha. Mate, we looking cute, we looking clean, and we looking sexy. Can an Alpha please get a Wazam? And can y'all ask Joe what is these shorts he got on? What Joe? What is these shorts?
These might lay on top of somebody's short. That's what these.
It look like white boy swimming trunks. I'm not lying.
Hey, y'all can call it what you want. I'm gonna lay on top of somebody.
I feel like
That's what lay on top of somebody's short. So
you know them college girls that wear like them little bloomer shorts. It's like you laying on top of it.
Oh, now look, y'all see now. Do y'all see you perpetuating stuff. Like I'm wearing bloomers the way that the baby and what's that boy name is Lil Boosie. You perpetuating stuff, calling them bloomers and stuff. Don't be like that. I don't mean to say have you heard because that's not this show. Man, the baby is they are running crazy on. And then Lil Boosie versus like we're used to Lil Boosie versus Webby, but now it's Lil Boosie versus a little kid. That's what Nas X is a kid. Now, do you know where Lil Nas X is from? Where's he from?
I have no clue, but we can look it up.
Yeah,
But
where he from? Because we know that Lil Boosie, he ain't from Port Arthur. Oh, that's Texas.
he from down there in Louisiana.
He from Lil Boosie is from Baton Rouge. We know about Baton Rouge, and we love Baton Rouge. We love Louisiana, so let's not get that mistake. Where's Lil Nas X from? Because
Lithia Springs, Georgia. Hey, where my uncle live. Shout out to Lithia Springs.
That's that rich part of Georgia, ain't it?
Mom, yeah, they make good money. That's how
So Lil Nas X probably ain't get it from the mud. So these are two people that are completely different. Got Old Town Road and set it off in his mother lover. Set it off. Two different people, two different sides of life, and they come together and they are beefing. Mind you, again, Lil Boosie is much older than Lil, but the problem is from this. Go ahead, tell them what this is.
The beef is kind of seem one way. Not really. Like Lil Nas don't talk about Boosie. It's kind of like odd.
It is weird. It's like talking to yourself.
Yeah, it's like odd. He just brings his name up randomly. To the point where Mike Tyson had to ask Boosie, "Hey, bruh, are you gay?"
Like, first of all, that conversation was way too aggressive. Like Mike Tyson got mad aggressive, and it's like
eating mushrooms, dog. You ever seen a dude eat mushrooms?
I have not. I actually have not. Him particularly.
He's not even mean. He just sound like that. He on some shrooms.
Like say you make a point. Say you go +2 is 4. So what you got? What's wrong with 5? You got a problem with 5? You might be gay. What? Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait. Like it got so aggressive. It was a cringy conversation. I'm sorry, I cringed.
Then you also got T.I coming in the conversation about the baby shouldn't be losing these responsibilities. And I want to make a poignant point that
he said, y'all better watch out.
We got to make a poignant point, so we got to talk about it.
Go.
It appears that in a lot of cases, a lot of these people want to have street cred, but also act like white men in a wild way. And it's not directly toward them. I'm just talking about culturally, like a mindset of that dominance. You know what I mean? Like, I want to win like they want to win. Like, that white man killing it. I want what they got. So it's not like they want to be white. I'm just saying they want that dominance. You know what I mean? And right now, it appears that that dominance going into the way of the people that these said people would have made fun of in the 90s when I was growing up. And I can say this because I wasn't a jock. I was a jock and a nerd. So I seen the way you talk to nerds. And guess who's got all the major jobs right now? Nerds. Elon Musk is a nerd. Bill Gates is a nerd. Jeff Bezos is a nerd. So when they see you going through something and they can get rid of you and you don't appear to make the money, guess what they gonna do to the cool kid? We had this whole conversation about Lupe and Royce the 5'9", calling him a nerd, and he said, "Hey, you supposed to be a thug, and you ain't even hit the police or whatever." You know what I mean? So now you got this culture that has always perpetuated that dominant stereotype, going against this new age, what you call cancel culture.
Yeah.
And I already spoke on cancel culture and is it actively working? Because it's a question between, is it creating just more tribal instinct rather than actually holding people accountable? Because people really don't, unless it start affecting their money, they really don't apologize in a real way. Not like really hell, because you just have a group of people that's always gonna back you. You know what I mean? Like, hey, y'all doing too much. I'm on your side. So then they get that little boost in their back, like I ain't do nothing wrong, and they just take a little
battery.
Yeah, then they just take a month vacation, and it's not even as effective. You know what I mean? So you got those things going on, and then you have this culture where can you learn? Like I don't know if they care if you learn, so it's kind of hard to care. You know what I mean? We're doing a deep dive on this, so it's good.
And I apologize, y'all. This is so hard to dissect because, we're past our 20s, so that means that we spent some time in the 90s.
Yo, listen, I am 4 days past my 20. Don't act like I've been used to this. I'm adjusted.
Fair enough. What I'm saying to you is this. Is that there was a point in time when the baby could go on stage and say that, and the whole crowd would just be going ham. There was a time where Boosie could say what he said.
To be honest with you,
everybody would be going ham.
No,
tell me to be honest. Tell me how I'm wrong.
No, you ain't wrong. If the baby said that in the 90s, shoot, he would have been like a rock star.
It wasn't what he would be saying wouldn't be controversial.
That would be light. Eminem said way worse.
Oh my God. Y'all forget about Eminem. Matter of fact, can I take it a little bit like more recent than that?
Yeah.
Tyler the Creator used to show out, y'all.
Oh, Odd Future, that's their thing. That's the
Odd Future they used to clown. And we was here for it. And I don't know if Tyler the Creator is doing this on purpose. Like if he's doing this whole I might be gay thing on purpose to like try and take away some, because so like if he gets canceled in the future, he can be like, no, I remember when I was saying all that stuff where I was like portraying myself to be gay. Remember when I said that on like everything I said after like 2015? He might be using it for that. But we just got it.
That is, he said overall 99 ENT does not accuse Tyler.
I'm not saying that. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there, like, because there was a point in time where he said, and then he talked about the R word a lot. You know, the R word. He said a lot of like he was classic Eminem, but that's the Eminem we love, by the way. And that's the Odd Future. That's the Tyler Creator and the Odd Future that made us fall in love with him. Yes, you change over time. It's been a long time since 98, and it's been a long time since 2010. It's been 11 years since 2010, and I'm just saying that at some point it was okay. At this point, it's just But I can't forget the fact that I was cool with that. I was cool with that. Is that how racists feel? Like, at some point, it was cool to be racist, but now I'm,
you
like,
see how
not
you think
racist?
about it. See, this what this
Yeah,
conversation is for. You think about it.
exactly.
Racists be like, hey,
We
and
just
yo, and back then, bro, we didn't mean nothing bad. It was a little racist, but see, I can't even say anything no more. Everything's racist now. I'm like, bro, what you said
we
was
just
racist.
thought we just thought you were monkeys and negroes in the '70s. I apologize. You guys are actually humans that just have a tan. My bad. Like, because they talk a lot about Joe Biden with this. They're like, Joe Biden was like, "Hell yeah, lock them up. Lock all those negroes up." He at some point, but we gave Joe Biden, I suppose, I don't even know he's doing it. He's just, but we have to look at it in this way. We have to say that you have to have the ability to change. Now, we don't know your true feelings because Imma say this, I don't have a problem with Tyler, the Creator's lyrics. I know now if I hear those lyrics now, if they were to come out from somebody new, we can't go for that. But deep down in my heart, I care for it. I think that's a question to be asked because I still love the lyrics are not passable. You hear what I'm saying? You see how you can be on the fence with stuff, like how they can put you on. That's tough. I don't have a
But
problem with Eminem.
but
I don't have a problem with him
but let's
or
say
anything.
but
But now
let's
he
play the
said it.
let's play the game though. Yeah.
Okay.
If
For the sake of playing the game, let's play
let's
the
play,
game.
can you say what if a racist said that? Yo, I didn't have a problem with them back then, but now everybody's in up in arms. I didn't have a problem with it back then, but okay, I can see your point. But the question is, do you see the point? So you see how I get iffy, and that's the whole
It's so great.
everything.
It's so
By the way, everything's hypocritical. Let's just be honest. You
great.
little Nas X go on stage and starts twerking in some weird shorts. Everybody like, what if
No,
the
you
kids see?
can't
What if the
say
kids see it?
weird. Can't say weird.
Yo,
Look at
sexual
let's just
content.
talk. Let's just
Sexual
talk.
content is weird. I don't care if it's for. And we're talking in terms of kids. I don't care. But if he
Buttocks
wants to
out.
go, and like it's unless you're an adult, it's weird. I'm talking about on live TV, Meg the Stallion playing WAP and all that's weird too for kids. But at the same time, get your money. If the people in charge cool with it, your job as a parent is to make sure they don't watch it. Because again, we got the whole world telling people, kids and everything, what they should be at 5. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, when I was 5, I wasn't aware of anything. We was asexual to me at 5 years old, but nowadays they got all this pressure to be something. Which gender do you want to be? I'm like, let them decide at 12 or 13 or 14, because most of the times I'm just gonna say it. Most of the time it's because you hinted at something that you want them to be, and kids pick up on stuff. So you got to be careful. That don't mean it's not valid. Don't mean it won't stay the same. Don't mean nothing. I don't know nothing. I'm just human who don't know shit. But at the same time, I do know you're influenced by your parents' wishes. So being influenced by your
That's true.
parent wishes, you got to be careful. Some
Yeah.
kids don't want to play sports, but their daddy wanted a football player. So I seen kids. I played with kids that didn't want to play football. They was just out there because their daddy wanted to relive their prime through them. Have you
I
seen
done
it?
seen somewhere that was, and like, I'm not saying that homosexual people can't play football, but I've seen some kids that was out there that were homosexual and literally didn't want to play football. And like we all knew it. We all knew that they did not want to play football. And that has nothing, maybe it didn't have anything to do with their sexual preference. They just didn't want to play, but they gave us the vibes that they they wasn't trying to do this sport. And it was awkward to be on the field with
Yeah,
them because sometimes
it was to please your father or mother, like, or whatever, whoever wanted you.
and then I think that's why like sports are such a beautiful thing because it is like a family. Like, even though I know this dude does not want to play football, would rather be like doing something else that maybe is more, I don't want to call football a masculine sport, but I'm just going to say it for the sake of y'all understand. But they may have wanted to do more feminine things, which I don't want to say that There's no masculinity to cheerleading and things like that. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, and I don't need to do a disclaimer every time I talk about stuff like that. Let's get that straight. Under or whatever, not straight. You know what? No, let me talk, okay? All I'm saying is the man wanted to really cheerlead and be part of the color guard and stuff. And they got him playing football, and there's no heart in it. And we understand and we know that they don't want to do that, but we did our best to embrace that person. And I believe that may I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm leaving it at that. People are being forced to do things that they don't really want to do, but people are actually, and it gives me some what I want to say here. It gives me some hope for humanity because you can see in a football structure, which is probably the most masculine sport you can possibly have, and and we were able to take them in as family, maybe mess with them a little bit, like, oh man, that was a soft tackle or something like that. And then they smack you that one good time. That's always a good adrenaline whole team. But at the end of the day, they want to do something else, and we recognize that, but we do our best to embrace them with the culture that we're already in. That's how football teams. I- It's
But
it's
that's for in
oh
my
great. Okay.
in my situation and in Joe's situation that is true. I'm pretty sure there are some that have been in a football locker room that they might have figured out something and then said thing happened. And by the way, most people have great memories of their past. We had a reunion. Somebody said they had a situation where they didn't feel comfortable with most of the people. They were cool with me. That dude, he's still my boy. But for most people, they didn't treat him nice. Most people are like, what they mean we didn't treat him nice? But I'm like, you didn't. Like, you just have rosy colored glasses of your past. So there are some people who probably did go through things, and some people that me and Joe might not even known about, because I didn't know he went through that. Even though he did point to one thing, he told me one thing that I did see that I didn't think about, but he said it's continuous. So that's that.
What that were?
Huh?
Or we're gonna leave that out of that.
Oh
The
no,
continuous thing.
it ain't nothing. He was just getting bullied. It wasn't even about
Oh, okay.
anything going on.
Okay.
The culture versus not culture and all that. That's the war. Hip hop culture versus this whole podcast is about hip hop culture, and is it progressing or is it trying to fight the progression, or should they fight or should they not? That's the whole thing. We just having a deep discussion on it. And then, but it comes back to Boosie words that they're trying to brainwash 10-year-olds. Now, I see influencing, but I don't see brainwashing. Because it's the difference, because Boosie did something that I would consider an attempt at brainwashing. More so. And having a grown woman for your son's 13th, 16th birthday do things to prove he's a man kind of advice that you trying to instill in him being this is what a man is, even though it's that's illegal. Allegedly, they said he did that, even though he kind of told himself that he did that. Am I wrong? Did he not say that he did it himself? Yeah, but again, but what is that? That's iffy. Like, that is, like, you can't say brainwashing when it's just like taking kids to a conversion camp and having them beaten, as we saw in cases of Indiana. Straight at them, you are brainwashing. That argument doesn't work in that way. Because my whole thing is that kids be kids, let people grow and be who they want to be. That's my whole thing. It don't matter to me. I know I'm not God. That's between God and whoever. My job is to love everybody. So that's what I do. But again, so now you see this pushback, a little pushback from the old style culture. Because it's not really new rappers. You know what I mean? It's more the 40-year-old group that's fighting that more.
I mean, the 90s was growing up like as a 20 or a teenager. That was that's a different thing, man.
Like,
It's
shout out
just
to now.
hard.
It's now. Let's be honest. Now, bro, if you came out in the 90s, that would have been breaking world news, because a lot of people were scared to. But now people come out all the time. They even come out as other things. I don't even know. It is not to be offensive. I'm just talking about pansexual and asexual, but you know what I
I'm
mean?
actually I'm actually so numb to it at this point. I honestly don't care at this point. Where that boy from the Raiders had came out. I just remember that just from this episode, just coming on this episode.
Yeah, so you have situations like that. Where,
Forgot about it. I literally forgot about it. I don't care. I honestly don't care.
yeah,
That's where we're at.
it's became normal. It's normal now. So yeah, it's normal. So you have to deal with things. It's basically a new culture versus the old culture. They didn't hear it, so thankful that everybody heard it. Yeah.
Other ones.
They've been giving Joe a hard time today. Be honest. Listen, he done had a rough day with his dog. Tell him the story of your dog, Joe. What they do while you was at work?
My dog's far in front of teaching a class and them dogs fought.
But yeah, it's a deeper subject about old versus new, old style versus new style. Yeah, so we have
That's what it is. I'm sorry. I mean, that's just life is changing. The world is changing, and the things that we thought were funny, I think they're still going to continually be funny behind closed doors. But it's just how, man, you know what? I just wish people would just live their truth. Honestly, I just wish we could live in a culture where people can live their truth. It is what it is. Yes, you know, honestly, I gotta ask this then. Let's do this because we cape for the LGBT. Maybe there is an organization or something, but I don't see a whole lot of like parades for people of color that the LGBTQ community. See, we go to those me as a straight black man, I go to those parades, I go to those functions, and I go show my support. Because trust me, it's plenty of people in my family that are 100% uh living their life how they want to live their life, and I'm 100% behind how they want to live their life. But my thing is this, like I don't see a whole bunch of rainbow flags at like Black Lives Matter stuff, like, and like, I'm gonna take it away from Black Lives Matter, just civil rights stuff. I don't see a whole bunch of that. Like, we cape for the LGBTQ because, you know, they that consists of every color, right?
yeah.
I just don't see a whole bunch of support from that community when it comes to black people. I'm gonna say that. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just throwing it out there to places like some of the things I've seen. I'm not seeing a lot of support from them because I feel like there's still some people in the LGBTQ community that still say the N word. They're still there. Like, there's so much division in so many different places. But I'm just saying, like, they tell us step up for these different causes. And when it come to black people, don't nobody step up for us. And I'm gonna throw this back into like the eight man. Shout out to my Asian homies. You know, my whole culture is based off of Japanese culture, and my whole moral code is based off of anime. But when things happen in the Asian community, people rush and jump and they sign bills and stuff to protect the Asian community. But when it comes to black people, people drag their feet. They don't sign these bills quick enough and they don't do nothing to help us out. Like like how can we be so much of an influence from a cultural standpoint, but at the same time be stepped on or not thought of as the most? Like I feel like black people are the most when it comes to ethnicity, when it comes to just people in general, we're at the lowest of the low. But when it comes to in popularity and influences, our culture is the most popular. It doesn't make sense to me. Y'all want to be us, or y'all want to enact some of the things that we do, reenact some of the things that we do, but y'all hate us. I don't understand that. Joe, what's your thoughts on that?
What would you say to the gay African American people about that thought? Maybe they feel even more out of place.
I'm not. I'm not going to go into that part of it. I'm going to because that's I feel like you black first, right? I feel like you black first, but I feel like a lot of black people in the LGBTQ community, they side with the LGBTQ first before they side with the black folk. That's my opinion from what I've seen. So don't nobody go off on me. And if you want to educate me, 100% educate me. I'm here for it.
So,
But
but
I'm
what if
just
I ask
saying
this question as a
that kind of, oh, go ahead.
what if you know history, African American community does not treated in a lot of way young gay black men specifically.
Can I tell you? Let me tell you why. If in a cultural in a cult from a cultural standpoint, if people are already downing black people for being black, the next thing is for you to be um even more different in the black community. Again, the homosexuality thing and all that, that just came to the forefront. So y'all understand me when I'm saying this. Don't be on no bullshit and try and pull stupid shit out of this. I'm not on that. Just listen to me with reason and a heart of understanding. Okay. What I am saying is this: in the black community, we are already trying to do our best to we're already black. We're already black, and that's already a strike on us. And during and leading up into this point in history, it's a strike to be gay in the LGBT community. It's been a strike. So our people in the past have always tried to keep us from having that extra quote unquote strike. Now we know being gay, being lesbian, being whatever you are, that's not a problem. We know that now. But coming up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, that was a strike against you. So be cognizant of the history, and that's why people was trying their best. When you saw your little cousin playing with dolls and stuff when we was kids, put that doll down and go get that basketball. Doing the best to help preserve us as people. I don't think that black people ever had a problem with the LGBTQ community. It was just to keep from having that extra strike against you.
But what you tell the kid who got kicked out of his parents' house for being there and lived on the street? Because it's a lot of.
Because it was a strike. It was a strike. It hurt the family.
So you
Again,
so
I'm
you
giving
put
one more
so
disclaimer. Hold on. I'm giving y'all one more disclaimer while we're having this conversation. I'm talking about the past. I'm not talking about how it is now. Shut the fuck up. I'm not talking about right now. I'm not homophobic. I'm not none of that. And go back and listen to this episode to understand where I'm coming from when it comes to this. If you come back and take a sound clip out of me and make it seem like I'm homophobic, you a fucking fool. Okay, let's continue the conversation. Because I'm not saying it again. I'm not doing no more disclaimers. We're going to talk about it. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm just offering the perspective of someone who like, okay, so that's your reasoning, but you kicked me out the house. I'm on the street homeless. You
So
think I
that's for
care about your struggle?
that's for the sake that's for the sake of in a sense the family back then. That's for the sake of the family back then. At this point, you had to become a casualty, which it is wrong. You don't do that to people. You don't. But for the sake of the family, a lot of them folk they go on and move to another city, another state, and go on and live the life that they want to live. That's how I've seen it happen, especially in the South. That's what happens.
But
Oh,
the,
you live in the South. You
but
know
to,
how they do that.
but to
You know
that
how
but
that
to
works.
that person, you kicked me out to preserve black. So if I have a sort of maybe put that on the back burner because of that reason that you just said, does that not distill a little hostility?
In your community, there are still people that still call you the N-word, is what I'm saying. In that community, you can be lesbian, gay, questionable, whatever you want to be. There are still people that, even though you're a part of their community, you're still, like Frieza would say, a monkey. You are still you can still be an elitist homosexual or whatever you are. That's the point I'm making. There's still black people, even in new communities where you can gain communities, where you can be in a new community, they still will call you the N-word. You're still black at the end of the day. I've heard homosexual people say N-words in a lot of viral videos where they're just going off in these stores and they still calling people the N-word. How are you to call me the N-word? You know what I'm saying? And people call you a derogatory word all the time. You don't like that, do you? They still do it. They're so even within a minority, you are still a minority. That's the point.
So they are double minority.
100%.
So
And it makes it harder. Black people have it so bad. No matter what you choose to be, you got it kind of bad. It's
so for
always
that,
there's always
but what we're getting to
whatever.
is that person also has been shunned by their family as well as shunned by society for being black.
Shunned by their family for being, I mean, shunned by their family but for being homosexual.
Yes.
Enters the homosexual community and then are shunned by by some people in that community that are
Yes.
racist because they're still, I'm gay, but I don't like black people.
Yeah. So that's a
Does that
that.
make sense? Like
So
that happens.
yeah. So
Black people got it bad. No matter how you cut it, black people got it bad.
but every so somebody right now is gonna be listening and saying, I had to change my camera because that camera kind of went out. I know y'all saw it, but we fixed it because it was still on. But
Keep it
yeah.
going. You gotta explain it.
Oh no, they just they see it because I got both cameras on. That's the dope
That's
part of
fine.
having two cameras. You can just interchange it, so that's dope. But yeah,
That's fine. What point are you about to lose? I'm very interested in how you can rebuttal that. I want to hear that. What's the rebuttal for that? That's not the truth.
but I'm
Is
just
that not it?
but I'm saying you. That's why you consider everyone though. And and this is about hip hop culture versus new culture, understanding, misunderstanding, not educating. A lot of people, if you know my point about the baby, you know my point about this. I already did a video. That's why I'm just asking rebuttal questions so we know we're getting a full thought out.
Mind you, can I let me get off subject for a second. It looks like I have a green screen or something. Bro, this camera is a it looks like I'm on a green screen. No, I am sitting. Shout out to my boys on May for pushing me. This is amazing. It looks like I'm in it. Okay, but anyway, okay, go hit your point. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Look, I was okay. I'm done. I'm done.
But like I said, people feel shunned. People don't feel a place. People, I'm not defending you. We saw, and then you get people comments from the baby. You get the comments from Boosie. You get comments from rappers who say certain things, and now you still feel like an outcast to everybody. So, and you feel like, where do you belong? And it can get lonely.
Yeah.
I feel that it can get lonely. I'm a straight man. I have no problem with it. But so I always come with a thought process of thinking and how to figure out a problem. Because we all can, because we dissect a problem. So solutions is culturally, how do we get to it? But the problem is the get back. We talked about the nerds and every this group taking over in this group, and anybody don't agree with it being shunned. Essentially, we are essentially canceling you. We don't mess with you. We won't explain nothing to you. We won't have this conversation that me and Unico is having. We're not gonna talk. My question is to you that's listening, because I showed you I understand. I gave you your perspective. My question to you on that part is, if you go so hard at people, why should they consider? If you don't listen to what I'm saying, if you don't try to get your understanding across, and instead you just get upset and yell at me from somebody, like I said, he's from the hood. He was raised like this. So you say things without thinking it's offensive. But if you just say, I don't care, I don't like you no more, F you, I'm probably going to say F you back. There's no understanding. There's no middle ground. We chose a trap.
It's not. You're right.
We chose a tribe. You chose that tribe. I choose this tribe. The black women chose their tribe. The white women chose their tribe. The white men choose their tribe. And there's no listening no more. It don't matter. You can tell people about whatever, COVID, medicines, science. They don't care. We chose our tribe rocking with this. You can be like, hey, I didn't understand it. We don't care what you understand. Okay, I don't get y'all there. Now everybody done picked a side and we all just don't like each other and it gets toxic. And you really don't see it now because people out, you see it on Twitter. You don't see it outside.
Right.
Outside is normal. But when does it start seeping? Because I'm telling y'all, when that last president was there, it seeped. Twitter's, you looked around, some people looked at you funny. Now it's more normal. Like, I don't see that many funny looks as much. You still get that casual, you casually get that racist look around the dude follow you around the mall, but you ain't getting the same one like when you were president. Nobody walked up to your girl and said, he kick you back to your country. You ain't seen that much as much. You ain't seen people fighting in the streets as much. It's been more calmer now. But
we're back in hiding. You cool with it when it's cool. You cool with it. Like you fit in when it's cool. When it's not cool, you gonna be attacked. Why would I put myself in? You gotta be a bad boy to just put yourself. Remember when Sale stood in the middle of the ring for 7 days, like come out my fade. You gotta be a bad boy. You gotta be Sale, like bump it. It is what it is. I'm destroying planet Earth. All right. If you think you can stop me, come over here. Come to this ring right here, and I'll handle that. But now it's not cool.
You kind of could have said Donald Trump was that. And I think that's why a lot of people like ran to him.
Donald Trump definitely said, "Run me my fame."
Yeah, I don't care what y'all like.
Donald Trump is not a 16-year-old girl, and I'm not doing no more disclaimers. Y'all know what the hell I'm saying. Donald Trump is not a 16-year-old girl. If a 16-year-old girl gets kicked off of Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff, that would be devastating.
Oh, he's still
Trump
devastated.
Don't care.
He cares.
He feels some kind of way about it still.
He misses Twitter. That man trying to sue to get it back, bro. Come on.
What are you suing that situation? Like, do you really bring it to Supreme Court and be like, hey? Like, how funny is that? Like, I'm in Facebook jail for 30 days. I need this overturned. Can I get a pardon, President Biden? Like, can I get a pardon? Like, let's not like, I'm gonna tell you, it's two very influential people, and I don't want to make the Donald Trump. If you ever hear this ever, I'm not trying to say you're a Nazi, but I do want to say that you had the same influence as Adolf Hitler, who is one of the most amazing. Like, let's give the flowers. He's amazing giver of speech. He had a great way of galvanizing the people. So, Trump, you right up there with Adolf Hitler.
So
there's your flowers.
So he's a Nazi. Good flowers.
I'm a Nazi. I'm just going to say
he can't say that. He banned on YouTube too. He can't say nothing about it. Donald Trump is the only person on earth canceled for real. Like, he really got canceled.
His representatives aren't even allowed. Like, when they say something about them, they cancel them. They can't even say. They can't even make new accounts for them. Remember, they tried to on that night that they got rid of him on Twitter, and then like his representative said something, and then they was like, "Nah, nigga, your shit gone too." They took his shit too. So like,
but yeah,
social not playing.
But yeah, my whole point of this is to say we on traps, and this podcast might not fix anything. You might hate me, you might hate Joe. But at least we talked about it. I really don't care if people hate me. It don't matter no more.
I'm glad we like. So can listen, our listeners and our viewers. Did y'all see how we just had that conversation? Zelmay said something. They were of somewhat of a difference, but we talked about it. And look at Zelmay. You still my friend, homeboy, boy.
I'm probably friends with way far left people and way far right people. Like I'm saying, I told one of them the other day, like, I love you, my guy. That's my dude. The good people, no matter what.
Here, I'm gonna hold this, do a screen capture. This gonna be forever of it. the screen capture it?
Uh, yeah, about 30. I'll just remember and then screenshot it when we get to it. But
I'll do it again after we cut this off.
oh,
I
no, I
keep
can
it
just
up
get
to
it out the video. I see the time on it, but yeah, man, you have a conversation, you talk to people, and sometimes it's no reconciliation. Sometimes y'all too far apart. Sometimes y'all don't agree. Sometimes that person hates you. I can't talk to a racist. The racist hates me. I could try to understand, but at the end of the day, I just realized that I took this L, but I got a further understanding of why he think the way they do. So you have that understanding. You have all those different things going on, and you gotta start considering, is my actions actually helpful? There's a debate about every action and was it helpful. It's right now people in the hood talking about desegregation. Was it worth it? Because it might have hurt more than it helped. So you got this discussion every time. And think about the stuff. I always tell people you needed Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Like, I don't think one by itself will work.
That's facts. I believe that.
Yeah.
I've always believed that you needed both.
Yeah, because I don't think if you didn't have that dude with the gun talking about by enemies necessary, they wouldn't go to the peaceful guy and be like, how can we settle this? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have to do by enemies necessary, okay, this dude is he on one. Let's talk to what we consider the sensible. So you need, as Conor McGregor said, you need people like me, and we need people like you, whoever you are, whatever you
need
are.
Goku, you need Vegeta to make Dragon Ball Super,
and you need Frieza as well.
And you need, first of all, you need the common enemy first and foremost. Y'all just got two different ways of doing it. You need Whis, you need Beerus, you need balance. Where's Uncle Iroh when you need him? Uncle Iroh from the Avatar when make some tea and let's talk about how we need everybody. We needed the Fire Lord and we also needed the Avatar.
Yeah. Well, you don't have a show since, but by the way, I hope I represented every point to counteract every point. While even if I'm always gonna try to think of the bigger purpose. So even though I'm not from that community, we do need to have somebody out here from that community to just say how they feel passionately. Because I can't be as passionate as they can, but it's certain things. It's very interesting. So, but we have.
I apologize for as passionate as I got, but man, I be meaning that stuff. And we like let's talk without you nitpicking every little piece of thing that we're talking about. Like,
oh, they 100% gonna they gonna take out, cut out.
let me make my point. Let me make my point and take the spirit of my point. Don't nitpick. Like, oh, Joe says that don't find that, that's how preachers do sometimes. They find that one piece of the Bible, but it's not the whole context of what it was saying. Like, no, nigga, he was talking about killing the whole city. like she turned around and turned to salt. Like, no, that like you didn't tell the whole story. Like, she turned around and turned to salt, dog. Like, y'all did a lot.
I love how you just told a story about a city that no, we ain't getting it.
Oh my God, I just went into sodomy. They call it sodomy for a reason.
All right.
This is Battle Damage Donatello.
Oh my God, no, you didn't talk about a lot of story on this topic.
Jesus Christ. I mean, this is Battle Damage Kane.
Yo, at the end of the day, Jesus
got burned in the fire and went to hell. So, I mean, I'm just trying to keep it religious here.
Yeah, Jesus told them to, if you have not sinned, cast the first stone, and nobody did it. So,
shout out to Buddha. I'm just trying to represent like all. Shout out to Hasbro, our God has.
It wasn't Mr. Potato. It's not even Mr. Potato. It's Potato here now, ain't it?
See, I'm at, all right. Now, see, out of this whole episode, that's what got me canceled. I said, Mr. Potato Head, it is Potato. Damn, y'all, can we have some nostalgia? No, and I know some of y'all smart asses out there want to say, yeah, nostalgia was slavery. Remember those good old days? All I'm talking about is when there was a Mr. Potato Head. There was a Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, okay? For the kids out there, there was a Mr. and Mrs. Potato. Watch Toy Story. They were married, they had kids, they fell out his butt.
Yo, we having a
Sorry, I
good
gotta
time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is our chill show. Shit, we can just talk. You know, we got a script and all that stuff on our other shows. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. We're on YouTube. Also, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Make sure y'all
Anchor,
subscribe
whatever,
to
all that.
Anchor, whatever. If you listen to stuff, like we're there. And if you want to see our handsome faces that be looking cute, looking amazing, we do that. Okay.
I'm very
I do
shiny
that on
right now.
Oh, see, that's why. See, y'all saw Monday Morning Quarterback, and that's when he noticed that his lineup was starting to get like that thing. So, Zelmay will be back after he go. Where you go to get your haircut at Hattiesburg?
I go to, I'm in Raleigh now. I'm in my hometown, but I was going to Forest. I was going 30 miles away to pay $20. Yeah, we don't need to do that.
Man, I can't imagine live. So, y'all know I just came from a vacation down in Mississippi, and first of all, I want to say shout out to them people that was making turkey necks at that abandoned gas station. I mean, they had the big pot. I was in Clinton. I was in Clinton. I was in
Did it
Clinton,
have the
and
trailer? Was the grill on the trailer?
no, they had a big ass pot, and there was a Escalade, like an OG Escalade too. At that, it was an
What they
Escalade,
sitting
and
on the
then
back
I
of?
guess no, they put the pot on a chair, like they set the setup was on like basically a chair, and like this lady was just stirring it the whole time, boiling in the water, and that line, child, that line. And I think they was doing boiled peanuts too. And that line was way up the road. Like they was in line for them turkey necks. It was crazy. They must have been some. And I went later that night to go get some Casamigos from the liquor store that's connected to the gas station. That's connected to like this other restaurant. They was just shutting down. It was about 10, 11 o'clock. We was on our way to shout to 4th Avenue, downtown Jackson. Shout out to Dion. I need to give a shout out to I'm sorry, Coach Prime Time. They was
Okay.
not at practice on a Friday at like 5 o'clock. I had a problem with that.
Yeah, they ain't playing with you. You better call him coach.
Coach Prime Time Jackson State was not practicing on a Friday evening. And I think Coach Prime Time has them on an NFL schedule. So I'm gonna just throw that out there. But the practice field is amazing. It does not look like a high school ass, like Prentice or Monticello High School. It does not look like one of those fields because they practice on the they practice on the actual game field. I do want to give a special shout out to Coach Primetime and what for Jackson State right now. Shout out to the fact that the hood is right across the street from the stadium. I love it.
There's 100% hood, bro.
Oh my God, Jackson State is in the middle of the hood, and I love that shit.
My boy
They
got
got a whole wall right there. I love that. I love that.
my
I
boy
love it.
my boy and them was getting robbed out there. They like, bro, this
Oh,
is
we pulled up to the hood in the Benz just to say what's up to our cousins. And
also
the cat pulled out, and I think he was drinking. Man, it might have been an 18-year-old out there drinking a Four Loko and came up to us like he was about to hit us with the jug. And then he seen it was us. He was like, what's happening? We good, man. What's that? Boy, but man, this is broad daylight. This had to been about 6:30 in the afternoon, 100 degrees outside. And he came up off that porch and seen us in that Benz. Man, dog. I thought we about to get shook down. He's like, oh, okay, it's y'all, it's cool, y'all cool, y'all cool. Jackson State is literally a beautiful campus that's right across the street. That's okay. We love
I just got my camera got adjusted, so I'm on my webcam now. Y'all know it. Tell me which one look better, by the way. Joe, you watch this tomorrow. You'll tell me which one look better. You in Westville.
because I 100%. Oh, by the way, we just had a conversation with Wes. So Wes is still a part of like our podcast. He's got the new song, Don't Mean a Thing.
He killing
Make
it
sure
right
y'all
now. They going crazy in Denver.
It be the hate for me. I love that. I love that song. Love that song. Make sure y'all go listen to that. We are going to have a post production phone call with Wes. We talk. You're not out the woods yet, just because your phone died or whatever the hell you did. Me and Zelmay on the way right after this show. But definitely make sure y'all go to
Yo,
this
Blood
show
on Me. Blood on Me is on the way September 2nd. It's already loaded up in the YouTube. So
it's ready.
So it's all right.
I can.
So I gotta put the date on it because he just finally told me the date like yesterday. Or the day. I don't know which one he told me. But
that's exciting.
And that song go crazy. Got the music video coming out, the song coming out too about the same time. So you get a music video. I love West music video. They all got like 60,000 right now.
And bro, they be having all the technique. Gundams. Gundams be just shooting they for video shoots like it's crazy. They be having some good video shoots.
Yeah. So what been up with life, man? Everything been good?
So here's the update about me.
See, new webcam.
And I'm not chasing women right now. I have anything to say to y'all right now. I am trying to do this right here, what I'm giving you. That's been a change in life. I've had a shift in that. I still hate everybody that ever broke my heart. That's few. So other than that, man, like, yeah, that's the only thing that has to do with like right now. I love this shift because my focus is on what I want to do. And if y'all have something that I want to do out there, man, shift your focus to that. And once you get it, then you can show out like Paul Pierce.
Yeah, Backseat Gaming coming out tomorrow. So look forward to that. Yo, it's inspired by my cousin Marlo. Shout out to him. As well as Joe. Cause we're gonna do a monthly special of Backseat Gaming. And it's gonna we're gonna be like, cause you know what Backseat Gaming, you know what you say. How do Backseat Gamers go, Joe? What you doing? You know how they do when you're doing something and then everybody, did you know?
No, jump now.
Did you know you can do this and that? Did you know? So I'm gonna give y'all a Did You Know special edition. Did you know about the African American queens who invented the stoplight? So, did you know about this? And then next month I'll do some kings about we'll tell you about the guy who invented chips. And the black man that invented the water gun. Black people invented a lot of stuff. So we're gonna give you a Did You Know tomorrow. Except for tomorrow gonna be about queens. We gotta get it. I ain't did a queen shout out in a long time, so we're gonna shout out some queens. By the way, one of them made Hulu, and she will be on there.
What kind of queens you talking about now? You talking about Randall? You talking about Randall? Who else? Carlos. You talking about them queens? Or you talking about the queen?
We're talking about the inventor queens, African American beauties. So
I'm just making sure, because you know we got a couple queens named Pearl, but they used to be named Herman. I'm just saying, and everybody catch the jokes around here. Hey, now be cool, y'all. Be cool. Just talk.
Joe is trying to actively get canceled. Overall, that is not smart. Yo, but yeah, shout out to everybody. We love y'all. We love everybody. Backseat Gaming tomorrow. Gonna be fun. Monday morning quarterback. I'm gonna do something. It ain't gonna be as fun as Backseat Gaming for me, but I'm trying to teach you something. I'm gonna be smart. I try to be chill, but I'm gonna be smart one day.
Learn you something. Have you heard? They come out, you gotta turn the subscriptions on, and then you see when I heard something.
And Joe almost got his setup perfect. So when he get it all absolute perfect, you might see a video every day.
I might, because I'm ready to start out. I'm using this for my own purposes. I'm gonna snip this part of it. This must be how Kobe feels every single day. Obsessing over what you really want. I'm looking into the camera. Obsess about what makes you happy. Stop settling for stuff, y'all. Stop settling for stuff. Go for what you really want and go hard. Sacrifice everything. Go for what you want. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, Joe pulling me. I guess I won't do it. When I.
Keep on top of you might feel like Kobe Bryant. Say it.
Hey, you know you know, keep on stumping. Why Joe done told y'all why y'all need to keep on stumping. So, Joe, why should they keep on stumping?
Oh, no, we're not doing it like that. You tell them why they should keep stumping. Don't take my stuff. Go.
Hey,
Tell
man,
them.
Hey, man, I feel useless now. Joe took my sticks. Hey, maybe, hey, keep stumping. Why? Maybe one day you did 100 episodes and then you'll just take my stick. It's something amazing.
See, that's how that shit is done.